Hey everyone, how's it going? Azrin here, owner of the Calgary Language Nerds, and welcome to today's Learn Gujarati with me podcast episode and, of course, YouTube video. What you're looking at on my screen is a folder that I have where I have created a whole bunch of different worksheets for Gujarati. There's like present tense and negative present tense and possessive adjectives and imperfect past and avare che and nathi avartu and adjectives and gender and plurality and jyare tyare je te chitlu it there's a whole bunch of different things here. And so today we're going to go through one of these worksheets that I've made. First of all, a shout out to a student who used to take Gujarati lessons in the past. His name is Sahil. Sahil reached out to me about 2 years ago for Gujarati lessons. At the time, I wasn't really accepting new Gujarati students, but he was so motivated. He really wanted to learn. And so he's like, so I said, yes, let me like try and help you out. And a lot of these worksheets here, he actually helped with. So he primarily helped with like the formatting of the worksheets, and we made them in a way where it's really easy for him to learn. So a lot of these you have him to thank because I made them when I was teaching him. So let's go through this here. We're going to do a present tense practice worksheet together. At the very top, we have a summary of how to conjugate in the present tense. I have videos about this on my YouTube channel and podcast already, so you're welcome to go back and watch those if you want to. Let's scroll down here and let's go to the practice section. Okay, so we have a list of sentences. There's approximately 50, I believe. Looks like we have 48 different sentences. Pause the video right here and try to translate these present tense sentences into Gujarati. So take a few moments, hit the pause button, try to translate. I'll then give you the answer key. Okay, going to the next page, hit pause, try to translate these into Gujarati. Here come the next ones. And the next ones. Okay, so you've been pausing the video, you've tried to translate these on your own. Now let's look at the answer key. So I'll unhide all of these Gujarati translations. Here we go. By the way, if you do want early access to these worksheets here, they are available to my private students. If you want to look into private lessons, just visit azrinthelanguagenerd.com. Oops, let's make that. There we go. azrinthelanguagenerd.com, AZ or ZREN, thelanguagenerd.com. And you can get early access to these worksheets. Again, that's for people who are taking private lessons. If you're not taking private lessons, I still will make them public. I'll make videos about them. They'll be on the YouTube channel, but it just won't be early access. That's all. Okay, let's go through these. So one by one, I am a student. હું વિદ્યાર્થી છું. I am a student. I'm happy. હું ખુશ છું. I am at home. હું ઘરે છું. I'm learning Gujarati. હું ગુજરાતી શીખું છું. You're my friend. તમે મારા મિત્ર છો. You are a good person. તમે સારા વ્યક્તિ છો. You are studying. તમે ભણો છો. You are a teacher. તમે શિક્ષક છો. You're smart. તમે હોશિયાર છો. You are ready. તમે તૈયાર છો. You are here. તમે અહીંયા છો. You could also have અહીં. તમે અહીં છો. That's also correct as well. He's a doctor. E doctor છે. He is strong. E મજબૂત છે. She is beautiful. E સુંદર છે. She's my sister. E મારી બેન છે. He's at work. E કામે છે. She's a teacher. E શિક્ષક છે. They are students. E લોકો વિદ્યાર્થી છે. They are good friends. E લોકો સારા મિત્રો છે. They are not busy today. E લોકો આજે વ્યસ્ત છે. They are my parents. E લોકો મારા મા-બાપ છે. They are happy. E લોકો ખુશ છે. They're at the park. E લોકો પાર્કમાં છે. We are in class. અમે આજે, oh, there's a typo here. Let's fix that. There we go. અમે ક્લાસમાં છીએ. We are ready. અમે તૈયાર છીએ. We are learning English. અમે અંગ્રેજી શીખીએ છીએ. We're going to the park. અમે પાર્કમાં જઈએ છીએ. She cleans the house. એ ઘર સાફ કરે છે. We are reading. અમે વાંચીએ છીએ. I wake up early every morning. So starting at number 30, all of these are going to be a little bit well, they have actually 29 rather. Starting at number 29, we have a verb. Oh, wait a second. Oh my god, I didn't even notice. Starting at number 26, excuse me. At number 26, so a few sentences ago, I just didn't notice. A few sentences ago, we now start to have verbs in every sentence. So we are reading અમે વાંચીએ છીએ. I wake up early every morning. હું દર સવારે વહેલો ઉઠું છું. If you're a girl, then હું દર સવારે વહેલી ઉઠું છું. She reads a book. એ ચોપડી વાંચે છે. He eats at 7 in the morning. એ સવારે 7 વાગે ખાય છે. We watch TV in the evening. અમે સાંજે TV જોઈએ છીએ. You play the guitar. તમે ગિટાર વગાડો છો. They go to school by bus. એ લોકો બસમાં સ્કૂલે જાય છે. She speaks English. એ અંગ્રેજી બોલે છે. I drink coffee in the morning. હું સવારે કોફી પીઉં છું. He writes a blog every night. એ દર રાત્રે બ્લોગ લખે છે. We live in a big city. અમે મોટા શહેરમાં રહીએ છીએ. You cook every Sunday. તમે દર રવિવારે રાંધો છો. They swim in the lake in the summer. એ લોકો ઉનાળામાં તળાવમાં તરે છે. When she studies, she listens to music, perhaps the hardest sentence here. જ્યારે ભણે છે એ સંગીત પણ સાંભળે છે. Here we could get rid of પણ if we wanted to. It's optional. It just sounds kind of nice to add that in. પણ means also. So when she studies, she also listens to music. Kind of sounds nice, but it's optional. I walk every evening. હું દર સાંજે ચાલું છું. He runs every day. એ રોજ દોડે છે. We study English at school. અમે સ્કૂલે અંગ્રેજી ભણીએ છીએ. You work every day. તમે રોજ કામ કરો છો. I read the news every night. હું દર રાત્રે સમાચાર વાંચું છું. And lastly, you are singing. તમે ગાઓ છો. So I'll point out a few things about some of these sentences, some common questions you might have in your mind. First of all, you'll notice that I write in a way where sometimes I use capital letters. This is to help people who are not learning the Gujarati script. So there are certain letters in Gujarati where there's multiple variants of it. So D, for example, we have more than one D in Gujarati. So if you ever see me write a capital D is a D where you bite your tongue. Same with this THI, you bite your tongue. So if you look at me here, the word was vidyarthi. So like da, you like bite your tongue for that D. Or in vidyarthi, we have a THI with a capital T. That's going to be ha. See, I bite my tongue. Ha. So vidyarthi. Okay. So vidyarthi is a student. For number 3, I'll point out the following. Hu ghare chu. This a means at or to. So for example, if I was at a store, the word for store is dukan. Again, with that interdental D, dukan. If you're at a store, hu dukane chu. So we add a to a word to mean like at or to. I go to the store, I'm at the store, for example. Okay, and number 4, we have Hu Gujarati Shikuchu. So again, you'll notice this capital T. That's a T where we bite our teeth. It's an not interdental, sorry. Yeah, interdental, that's right. An interdental T, so we bite our teeth. Gujarati, we bite our tongue for that. Shikuchu, this is in Gujarati in general, H's are silent. Frequently silent, not always, but often they're silent. So an SH, it could very well be pronounced like this. Hu Gujarati Sikuchu, like an S sound. That is entirely possible. Let's see here. For all these tames, you'll notice capital T because we're biting our tongue. Ta. If we use the word tu for this one, you are my friend. So if it's informal, right now we have different choices. Tu maro mitra che. Right, we have some different options here if we're going to use tu. But for tame, we'll keep it simple for now. Usually I'll probably be talking in tame. We're gonna have tame mara mitra cho. I think I have a lesson on adjectives to explain how those change. So we're not gonna go too much into it today. Tame sara vyakti cho. Vyakti you probably could switch out for like manas if you wanted. Manas is another word for person. It's not the only word, but manas, vyakti, couple options. Here you'll notice tame bhano cho, this capital N. It's very similar to an English N, but when we say N in English, we go na 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 na. We use the tip of our tongue, right? For that capital N that I wrote in bhano, we actually use this part of our tongue, the bottom. So we actually flip our tongue upside down and go la, 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 la. We're using the bottom part of our tongue against the roof of our mouth to make that, and it flicks forward. So la 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 bhano, bhano. It just feels funny. It's not actually hard to do. It just feels really weird. So tame bhano cho, tame shikshak cho, tame hoshiar is smart. Let's see here. Anything else here to point out? In the word aiya, it's written ahiya. You are here. Tame ahiya cho, but it's usually pronounced aiya. We don't pronounce the H. Dr. Majboot Sundar Mari Ben che. Same with Ben. Ben has an H. It's Bahen. She is my sister. E Mari Ben che. It's pronounced Ben, like that, but it's spelled Bahen. For number 16, here's another example of at. E kame che. Like kam is work. Kame, at work. Another example of that. We saw that earlier as well. Let's see here. For they are students, there's an option here. Eloko vidyarthi. I was actually debating on this one, frankly. I was doing a little bit of Googling and such as well to see like how other people use this. But I'm 99% sure we could add vidyarthi o. Adding the word o is one way to make words plural in Gujarati, but frequently they actually don't, and it still works. So this one here, you can kind of go either way. For the word they, we have the option eloko. That's the spoken variant or the casual way to do it. In written Gujarati, they will probably use theo. Theo vidyarthi che, theo sara mitro che, so on and so forth. Okay. Vyast is the word for busy in number 20. Eloko vyast che, they are busy. Right? Vyast is the word for busy, but in Gujarati, they do use busy as well. They'll use the English word. In number 23, they're at the park. In Gujarati, they say in the park. They won't say at the park. It's usually in. So eloko park ma che. Class ma che, tayar che, angreji che. These are all fine. These are all pretty straightforward. Okay. Starting at number 26, we have different sentences with verbs. So as a quick recap of how verbs work, I'll just do this really fast at the top. If it's I, we're going to have suffix u followed by chu. So hu bolu chu, hu chalu chu, doru chu, lakhu chu, right? For you informal, we have an a suffix with che. So tu bole che, chale che. Notice how they all end in a che, bole che, chale che, dore che, lakhe che. For the you formal, tame bolo cho, o cho, that's our suffix. Bolo cho, chalo cho, doro cho, lakho cho, right? For he and she, we have e che again, e che. So e bole che, e chale che, e dore che, so on and so forth. They is also an a suffix with che, same thing. And for ame apne, we have ye, che, bolie che, chalie che, dorie che, lakhe che, so on and so forth. Okay. So all of these ones down here, starting at number 26, they're just conjugated according to the rules. So yeah, I'm not going to go through much here. For number 31, she reads a book. We could use, instead of chopri, we have the option for pustak. Pustak is an option too for the word book. A couple of different choices there. This one here, number 32, he eats at 7 a.m. Here, savare means in the morning. Again, we have that a. Again, that a. What do you call that? Post a suffix postposition. Anyway, it doesn't matter. There's a word for that. I can't remember the word in English now. Doesn't matter. We have that word a, which again means at, or sometimes can mean at or to. So savar, morning. Savare, at the morning. So A, savare, at the morning. Sat vage, 7 o'clock. Kai che. Kai is an irregular verb. It doesn't follow the rules. Usually it's A for like he and she, but kai is irregular. It doesn't follow the rules. It's an I instead of an E. Gujarati has a couple of verbs like that, but not all that many, which is nice. One more thing on Gujarati here, which I've talked about in previous episodes. Gujarati has a flexible word order. And in theory, you can pretty much put any word anywhere in the sentence, pretty much, and it still makes sense. So number 32, he eats at 7 a.m. I could say, I could literally change this. Savare sat vage e khai che. That's great. E savare sat vage khai che. That's great too. E khai che savare sat vage. That's fine too. E khai che savare sat vage. Right? Lots of different options here. The one thing you can't do is like the verb and che. You have to keep those together. So kai che have to stay together. I can't say like I can't be like che e savare sat vage kai. Like that doesn't quite work. But you could do, for example, it's a little peculiar, it's a little odd, but you could do it. It's not wrong. Kai che e savare sat vage. Again, a little weird, but not incorrect. You could do so. It's fine. A standard word order would be what I've put here. So it's like our subject pronoun, time word, plus our verb. We have I have literally 2 videos ago, I think it is. I do a whole grammar overview and I go through word order in much more detail. Okay, let's see here. Here, number 35, they go to school by bus. In Gujarati, we say in a bus. E loko bus ma skule jai che. For skule, you could use the actual Gujarati word, which is shara. E loko bus ma shara jai che. That's perfectly fine. That's an option. There's another word for school, which is it's not coming to me right now, but there's another word for school too. It's just escaping me in this very moment. But shara is great, school is great. Both of those are wonderful. For number 36, she speaks English. Another way you could do this, it changes the translation a little bit, and it makes the grammar a little bit different too. But you could say, ene Angreji avre. This means she knows how to speak Gujarati. Avre, you can learn more about that. I think I have a lesson on mane, M-A-N-E, using mane. I have 3 of them in the grammar playlist on this YouTube channel. So you can, I'm 99% sure I talk about that in those lessons. So you're more than welcome to read about that, to watch videos about that if you're interested. Let's have a look. Anything else I want to point out? Here's another example of at. Tame da ravivare randho cho. So you cook every Sunday, number 40. So you every Sunday. Now, here it's a bit odd because Ravivar is Sunday, right? But they're going to say at every Sunday. I don't know why. Ravivar e. Almost always when you use days of the week, more often than not, you're going to add an e. Because you're going to say like, it's like in English actually. We say on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday. Well, Gujarati, they say at Monday, at Tuesday, at Wednesday. Somvare, Mangalavare, Budvare, so on and so forth. Okay. Okay, arguably one of the most complex sentences here. They swim in the lake in the summer. It's a bit of a strange sentence, actually, now that I look at it. But eloko unarama in the summer, tarauma in the lake, tareche swimming. Here, I think I might have a lesson on this. I can't remember, but I'll make one at some point I'll make one if I don't. Anytime we have these when sentences, when she studies, she listens to music. When I went to my friend's house, I ate cake. When I eat nuts, I go into anaphylactic shock. It's a strange sentence, but anyway, like those when sentences, right? We're gonna use jare. Jare e bhaneche, when she studies. And I could even actually, frankly, I could even put here. Let's even do that now. Tyare e sangeet પણ સાંભળે છે. જ્યારે ભણે છે ત્યારે એ સંગીત પણ સાંભળે છે. Tyare is actually nice. I actually prefer to add that in, frankly. Frequently in these when happens, they actually have jare and tyare. Jare blah 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 blah. Tyare blah 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 blah. So when I eat, I don't know, when I eat eggs, I am happy. Jare hu inda khau chu, tyare हूँ खुश हो छू, right? Anything else here? I don't think so. Um, no, let's leave that there. I think that's good enough. That's a great place to end that video. So if you like this kind of video, I can absolutely make more because as you can see, I have a whole bunch of these different sheets here. If you do want early access, as I said at the very beginning of the video, just it's reserved for private students for early access. Just go to Azrin, the language nerd, language. Did I spell that right? Language. Yes. Azrin, the language nerd.com, and you can absolutely reach out about any private lessons and get early access. So we'll finish that there. Hope you guys found that useful, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Aujo, bye.